Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. My YouTube channel name is I Am Enough. I chose that because it's been a really important saying for me during my healing journey. So I'm 27 years old. I've got 3 boys and I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and we are going on 9 years together this May, married this May. And I want this channel to be just about my story and to help other girls who've had similar things to know you're not alone. And to give you a safe place to come and talk. And also, hopefully, some of my videos can help you also heal your journey, heal yourself too, and get you on your healing journey. So, I don't have really anything written down. I'm just going to kind of speak from my heart. If I start getting red right here in my chest, just ignore that. I do that whenever I feel very vulnerable. This is not something that I normally do. Not necessarily a super open person, but I feel like my story was mine for a reason, and I have finally found my voice. So I want to share that with you guys and to tell you that you too can do this. So I'm just going to dive into my story and go from there. So I was born in a little small town in Georgia to my birth parents. So I'm one of 5 kids. I'm the second youngest, but the oldest daughter. I've got 3 older brothers and a younger sister. We were all adopted. I was adopted at age 4. We were taken out of that home because my birth father was addicted to drugs. He sold them. He abused my birth mother. He just was not a really good person. And my birth mom, she came from a broken home, and as we know, and we've been taught, like, generational trauma passes from one generation to the next. And so she wasn't given the proper means to know how to properly take care of us. And so she tried, I will give her that, she tried her hardest to do what she could for us. But whenever it came down to it, she was not equipped to take care of 5 children. So we were placed in a foster care. I was placed in a foster care with my brother that's like right above me. So he's the 3rd youngest. And we were in a foster home together, and the other 3 were in another foster home. Can't really say much for their foster care and their foster home, but I can talk about mine because that's what I went through. First off, the foster care system is super broken, but that's a totally different subject for a different video. But I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on what I remember from my time in foster care. I was placed in there at 2, and I remember my bedroom was literally like underneath the staircase. It's like you open the door and it was big enough for like a toddler bed, and that was my room. But that was normal for me. That. I didn't think anything different from it. In the foster care family that we were in, they had other children, and there was a boy that was older than my brother, just by a year or 2, and he would abuse us, like, physically. He would throw rocks at us if he was mad. And so, like, to this day, I still have scars on my body from different things he would throw, or I have a huge mark on my leg where a knife was put in my leg in that foster family. So also in that foster family, we were punished for things. Mind you, I was 2 to 4 while I was in this home. If we did something that they didn't agree with, they would wait till nighttime, put us out inside on the porch, and the foster parent, that was the dad figure, would dress up as the devil and would come around the porch and scare us into submission. It was traumatizing. I still remember to this day that happening on multiple occasions. And I don't know what I did to deserve it. I don't remember what happened to make them make that decision. But it really affected me for a very long time. So fast forward a few years, I was adopted at 4 with all 5 of my siblings. We were all adopted at once. And I don't remember a lot of happy beginning times. I don't want to remember a lot of happy times during my childhood, to be honest. I was emotionally, physically, and sexually abused, and it eventually led to rape in that family. And so one of the first memories I have was I was 4. I was being beat by my adopted mother. I don't remember what I did. But at that point it was enough to beat me. I remember falling down the stairs and her getting mad at me because I fell down the stairs because she was getting on to me. And I was sent downstairs with the rest of the kids while they were watching TV. I just remember just crying and remember thinking that this is supposed to be the woman who loves me, and that's what I was told, that this is your new mom, this is the person who loves you dearly, they want you. But at that moment, did not feel wanted, did not feel loved. And that was one of my first memories after being adopted. And that kind of abuse was very normal in my household, to get punched and slapped and thrown into walls and even to spit in the face. And it escalated the older I got, the harder the abuse got. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my sexual abuse story, because I feel like that resonates with a lot of more people. So at 9 years old, I started getting molested by a family member. And at first it was just sexual abuse. It was touching. Well, the truth came out whenever I was probably 13. And I was never given the option to do anything about this, but I was forced to still be around my abuser. The abuser left the house. He was old enough to leave, and he started to make a life of his own. But at some point, he came back, and during this time was the abuse with my mom escalated because I was acting out in a way because I wasn't getting the help I needed. I wasn't believed. I wasn't getting justice. I wasn't getting the peace I needed from all the abuse I'd been undergoing. I'd been having trauma my entire life, and I was not getting the help I needed. So I was acting out. I wanted out of my house. I wanted to be gone. I was getting abused on levels at 9 years old. 10 years old was being called a whore, and I didn't even know what that was. And at the same time, I was being molested by someone who was close to me. And so, like I said, fast forward a few years, I was 13, and this person came back into my life, and they lived back with us. But at this point too, I had been sneaking out at night because I was so restricted. I was not allowed to have friends. I was not allowed to do things, even to the point where going to church was like a luxury. If I did something wrong, they would withhold church from me. I wasn't even allowed to go to church at that point, to basically keep me in a bubble. So I couldn't get the help I needed. So they had me in this room, and they had I'm not sure if y'all know, but it's a window lock where you can flip the switch on and off. They had it on the door instead, and so it was on the outside of the door, and it would sound an alarm as soon as you open the door. So they would put me in there at night, put this alarm on to make sure I wasn't sneaking out. And my the person who abused me would unlock it and come in. And at first, like I said, it started as sexual abuse and it turned into full-fledged rape. And this happened on and off for a good year. And I didn't really realize what was happening at the time. I knew it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't okay. I felt like it was my fault. I held on to shame for so many years for something that was not my fault, not my doing. And like I said, it happened for 4 years straight, the abuse, and it just escalated the worse. It got worse and worse. And so I have now come to terms with it, and I want to help other people be able to learn your voice. I've found mine, and I have found beauty in the broken. I am enough. I've realized that healing takes a very long time. And for me, I'm 27 now, and I'm just now, not just now, it's been about 2 years that I've really, really tried to heal myself and tried to dig into the trauma and learn my triggers and why I do certain things, why I feel the certain ways. Triggers can be as small as like the sound of things or the smell of something, lights. Like it could be really anything, and I didn't realize what that was and why I reacted so harshly to certain things until I started healing. And so I just want to share my story. This is a little blip of it to help you guys, and I'm going to be sharing in more detail about the different things that happened to me. My story is not going to be your story. I may not have healed the same way that you are going to heal, and it's up to you to find that way for you. But I hope I can help you in some way and tell you guys what I've learned and how it's helped me. And so if you want to be on this journey with me, please continue to do so. If you need someone to listen to, please reach out to me. I'm open ears because I know how lonely it is to have no one there for you. So hit the subscribe and let me know how you like this video. Let me know what kind of things you might be going through that I can help you, I can talk about, I can tell you my viewpoint on that, how I've discovered myself, and I can't wait to catch you on the next one.